he had quite a night. His at-bats were really good. He seemed to be on the ball all night long and made quite a play on Altuve late in the game. I mean, that's a for sure double if it goes by him, so quite a night.
You guys signed him to a minor league deal, invited him to camp, obviously had a great spring offensively, but did you ever expect any of this out of him initially?
Well, I didn't really know anything about him. You got to give a lot of credit to our scouting department, our front office for finding this kid, because he gives us a lot of options being a switch hitter and play all over the infield. So, I mean, they went to work this winter and went and got us some middle infielders.
What do you think it says about him? He didn't appear to be nervous at all today, yesterday, or even throughout spring training.
I'm sure he was a little bit, but he had a great camp, and it's carried over, and he's just, he seems to be in a good place.
Looking at the starting pitching, Ivan Nova struggled a little bit with his control, 5 walks. What was different about him today that you didn't see during the spring?
Well, I mean, his schedule got a little messed up not being able to pitch on that Saturday. I don't like to make excuses, but, I mean, he didn't see hitters for probably 10 or 11 days, and that probably didn't help. But I give him a lot of credit because he battled his way through that because his stuff was not sharp tonight. He didn't have his great curveball, but he found a way.
How clutch were those double plays, 4 double plays?
I mean, those were big. I mean, that, kept them from blowing the game open.
Also, Ichiro, who hasn't played and never knows when he's going to play, really helped.
Yeah, I mean, he had a big night, too. He played extremely well. And he started getting going about halfway through spring training, and it's just, it continued tonight.
How important is it for Robinson to get that first one under his belt?
Well, I'm sure it means a lot to him. It's not his first save, but it's his first save without Mo here. And I'm sure it means a lot.
Joe, a lot of games this season, but how much of a better feel is it going to Toronto with the win?
A lot better. Seeing that we're going to probably get in about 5 this morning, it's a lot better.
So you were talking earlier about Nova sort of being more mature. That tonight is an example of that, of this is a game he made out of.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because, I mean, this could have been a game that he gave up a lot of runs without those double play balls. He made big pitches when he had to tonight. Because, as I said, he did not have the command that we saw all spring and we saw last year, the second half of the season. And I expect him to be a lot better the next time out. But, it's just he found a way to get it done, and that's not something, that's always easy to do, but he did it tonight.
Joe, do you have to get used to not seeing Mo come in those situations now?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of strange. The only place I've seen him this year is in Panama. Had to go a long way to see him. But, it is strange. I mean, we've seen some really great Yankees, go out. And, as I said it before, it was strange the first year I didn't see Jorge. It was strange when when you don't see Andy, and it's strange when you don't. We got to see Andy, though, in uniform, actually. But it's strange when you don't see Mo.
Maybe when you go home back in Yankee Stadium, that might be.
I'll see him, yeah.
Or with the 9th inning at least, that'll be when you may notice it more with him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just different when you call. I mean, Yankee managers have been calling down a long time asking for Mo.
Joe, when they went to the replay, did you know it was for the count?
Yes. Yeah. Because I couldn't think of anything else you'd be arguing at that point.
Did the umpires not know, or did Bo say something?
Well, I think the catcher thought that it was, my guess, 2-1 maybe. The umpire had it right. He had 3-1, but, it's, they did the right thing. They checked, because if you happen to be wrong and you don't check, you're going to look foolish.